So students, in our previous lecture, we have started with a new topic, that is chemical bond and reactivity. And we have discussed the definition of the term chemical bond, different types of chemical bond like covalent bond, ionic bond, coordinate covalent bond, that is dative bond, and metallic bond. And students, we have also discussed difference between ionic bond and covalent bond. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss Lewis dot structures. So let's get started. Lewis electron dot structures. G.N. Lewis in the year 1961 introduced electronic theory to explain the concept of covalent bond between atoms. According to this theory, a covalent bond would be formed between two similar non-metallic atoms or two dissimilar atoms. Each of the two constituent atoms provide one or more valence electrons and shares equally. The shared pair becomes their common property. Because of this, atoms attain the stable inert gas configuration. So we can say that a picture of bonding in molecules or ions in terms of the shared pair of electrons and the octet rule is shown by Lewis dot structures. However, the picture does not explain about the bonding and behavior of a molecule completely. It shows atom-to-atom connectivity and also the location of non-bonded or lone pair of electrons. Bonding electrons are represented by dots or a dash, while lone pair of electrons are shown by dots. So students, we can say that a Lewis structure is a structural representation of a molecule where dots are used to show electron position around the atoms and lines or dot pairs represent covalent bond between atoms. In order to draw the Lewis dot structures, we need to follow certain steps. So let us see the following steps. Step 1 is arrange the atoms. Step 2, count up total valence electrons. Step 3, draw single bonds between central atom and surrounding atoms. Step 4, place remaining electrons in pairs around appropriate atoms. Start with outer atoms. Step 5, make sure that all atoms that need octets have octets. And step 6, calculate formal charge. For example, consider Lewis dot structure of carbon dioxide. Step 1 is arrange the atoms. So over here, arrange the least electronegative element, that is carbon, in the center, and other element, that is oxygen, as surrounding the central atom. Step 2 is represent the element with their total number of valence electrons. So, over here, carbon atomic number is 6. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So, we can say that carbon has 4 valence electrons. On the other hand, oxygen atomic number is 8. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So we can say that oxygen has 6 valence electrons. So total number of valence electron is 6 multiplied by 2 plus 4, that is 16 electrons. Further, these 16 electrons are placed around the atoms in the form of dots. Now, next step is move the dots so that you have 8 dots around each element. That is, keep the dot in pairs. In case of exceptions, group 1, group 12 and 13, they need only 2, 4 and 6 electrons around them. Next step is, once the octet rule has been satisfied for each atom in a molecule, Then you may replace each pair of dots between two atoms with a dash. And finally, we need to calculate formal charge. Remember, zero formal charge is usually a good indication of a stable or a correct structure. So let us calculate formal charge of carbon. We know the formula. Formal charge is equals to number of valence electrons minus half of bonding electron plus non-bonding electron. Now, in case of carbon, formal charge of carbon is equals to number of valence electrons of carbon is 4 minus in bracket half of bonding electron, that is 8, plus non-bonding electron is 0. So on substituting the values, we get 4 minus in bracket 1/2 of 8 plus 0, which is equals to 4 minus 4 is equals to 0. On the other hand, formal charge of oxygen, number of valence electron of oxygen is 6. So 6 minus in bracket 1/2 of bonding electron is 4 plus non-bonding electron is 4. So on substituting the value, we get 6 minus in bracket 1/2 of 4 plus 4, which is equals to 6 minus 6 is equals to 0. So we can say that the structure of carbon dioxide is a stable one. Now consider second example of water molecule, that is H2O. So first step is arrange the atoms. So we have to place oxygen at the center and hydrogen around the oxygen atom. Second step is we need to count total valence electrons. So over here, hydrogen atomic number is 1. So its electronic configuration is 1s1. On the other hand, oxygen atomic number is 8. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So we can say that oxygen has 6 valence electrons. So total number of valence electron is equals to 2 multiplied by 1 plus 6, which is equals to 8 electrons. In next step, we need to draw single bond between central atom and surrounding atom. Then in the next step, we need to place remaining electrons in pairs around appropriate atoms. So we need to start with outer atoms. So over here, 8 minus 4 is equals to 4 electrons left, 2 lone pairs to add. In this example, the 2 lone pairs must go around oxygen. In next step, make sure that all atoms that need octets have octets. That is done in step 4. And finally, we need to calculate formal charge. So on substituting the values, the formal charge of oxygen comes to 0. And on further substituting the value for hydrogen, we get the formal charge of hydrogen as 0. So we can say that water molecule has a stable structure. Next example is boron trichloride. So first step is arrange the atoms. So we need to place boron at the center, followed by 3 chlorine atoms around boron atom. Second step is we need to count up total valence electrons. So over here, boron atomic number is 5. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. So we can say that boron has 3 valence electrons. On the other hand, chlorine atomic number is 17. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So we can say that chlorine has 7 valence electrons. Now, the total valence electrons comes over here as 24 electrons. Now, in the next step, we need to draw single bonds between central atom and surrounding atoms. In fourth step, we need to place remaining electrons in pairs around appropriate atoms. We need to start with outer atoms. That is, 24 minus 6 is equals to 18 electrons left. Therefore, there are 9 lone pairs to add. In the next step, we need to make sure that all atoms have octets. The chlorines have octets. Boron is a special element that can have an incomplete octet. So boron only needs 6. And the final step, we need to calculate formal charge. So on substituting the values, formal charge of boron comes to 0. And formal charge of chlorine comes to 0. So we can say that the structure of boron trichloride is a stable one.